No cleaner lasted a full week with Mr. Aldridge's 9-year-old twin daughters not until Grace Monroe walked through that door. "I can't take it anymore, those girls are evil," screamed Letitia, the 15th cleaner in 8 months, sprinting out of the marble foyer with a broom in one hand and tears in her eyes. Her uniform was drenched in blue paint, bits of glitter stuck in her hair like a cruel joke. Mr. Aldridge just sighed, signing yet another severance check. Billionaire or not, he was at his limit. Emma and Elise had chased away every professional with tricks that belonged in military sabotage manuals: glue on doorknobs, red paint in the soap dispenser, toy snakes in handbags that sent adults to therapy. From the top of the staircase, the twins watched it all with innocent smiles, their matching blonde curls perfectly in place, their dresses spotless. "Bye, Letitia," Emma sang sweetly. "We'll miss you," Elise added, her voice soaked in sugar. Mr. Aldridge turned to them, exasperated. "Girls, this has to stop." "They were boring," Emma said flatly. "And dumb," Elise added. "None of them understood us." That afternoon, when he was ready to give up hiring altogether, his secretary nervously offered one final option. "My cousin knows a woman. Grace Monroe. She's raised 7 kids on her own, no formal education, but she's handled the worst cases in the city." Aldridge scoffed. "Does she have any psychological training?" "No," his secretary admitted. "But she knows how to recognize pain hiding behind anger. She's different." The next morning, Grace arrived in a beat-up Civic, completely unimpressed by the estate's opulence. In her 40s, hair in a tight bun, she looked like someone who didn't need to prove anything to anyone. Her eye scanned the house like she could already see beneath the surface-scratched walls, broken vases taped together, silence louder than screams. She wasn't intimidated. When the twins greeted her in perfect dresses and fake smiles, she said simply, "Which one of you thought glue on a doorknob was funny?" The twins froze for the first time. "We don't know what you mean," Elise said. "Of course," Grace replied calmly. "You can keep pretending for now." That night, they planned her downfall, the same psychological games that had worked before. They planted a severed doll head covered in ketchup inside the fridge, slipped toothpaste into her sandwich, unplugged the vacuum every time she turned her back. Grace didn't flinch. She cleaned the ketchup off the doll and set it beside its body. She took a bite of the sandwich, grimaced quietly, then said, "When I was a kid, I ate worse. Sometimes, toothpaste was dinner." Emma stared. "You ate toothpaste?" "When there was nothing else," Grace replied. "But today, we've got better options." She made new sandwiches, invited them to help. For the first time, the girls didn't sabotage, they stayed, watched, even asked questions. Later, Emma asked, "Why didn't you get mad at us? Do you want me to leave?" "Yes," Emma said. "No," Elise whispered. Their contradiction hung in the air like a secret. "I lost my mom when I was 9 too," Grace said. Silence. "I know what it's like to push people away before they can leave on their own." Emma's voice cracked. "We don't want you to like us. And then disappear." Grace opened her arms. The girls fell into them. In just days, the house transformed. No more sabotage. The twins made pancakes, badly, set the table, laughed. For the first time in 3 years, Aldridge came home to Joy. He was so stunned he decided to throw them a birthday party, the first since their mother died. That's when the problem returned, not from the twins, but from his world. Patricia Langley, socialite and wife of a federal judge, arrived with her daughter Madison, a girl trained in cruelty. Patricia glanced at Grace and said, loudly enough for others to hear, "Are you sure she's trustworthy around your silverware?" Grace didn't respond. But Emma and Elise heard every word. At the party, Madison mocked them. "She's a maid, not your family. She just wants your daddy's money." "She's not our maid," Emma snapped. "She's our family." When they told Grace what was said, she didn't rage. She sat beside them and said, "You know why people like Patricia say things like that? Because they're terrified someone like me might be better than them without the money, the skin tone, the status." 3 months later, Grace took the stage at a National Child Development Conference. Dr. Maya Thompson introduced her as a researcher with documented success in impossible cases. Emma and Elise sat front row, proud. Grace presented their story, backed by data, behavioral charts, and videos. Then came the bombshell and audio clip. Patricia's own voice, recorded at the party. "People like her just pretend to be good to get into rich homes." The room froze. Grace looked up. Prejudice doesn't just hurt adults, it sabotages children. It tells them who's worthy of love and who isn't. The crowd erupted in applause. Grace announced her book deal, her new trauma clinic, her mission to make sure no child's pain was overlooked just because their guardian didn't look qualified. That night, Emma asked her, "When you tell our story, will people understand that families can be different and still be real?" Grace smiled. "That's the whole point, sweetheart." The only person who didn't clap that day was Patricia, whose charity boards quietly removed her days later. Her reputation never quite recovered. But Grace? She became a national name. Not because of her resume, but because she proved something the world keeps forgetting: you don't need to have the right papers to make the right difference. Now you tell me, was Grace just a maid? Or was she exactly who this broken family needed all along?